You will not share my bed if you have slept with him.
You don't understand. I'm not going to share your bed at all. I'm not going to Budapest with you. I don't want to be part of what you're planning.
Jessica Biel is an actress whose career is on the fast track in Hollywood, and her success thus far in films like The Illusionist is clear evidence this former TV actress has definitely outgrown professional life on the small screen.
Unlike a lot of TV actors, you've been able to make the successful transition to some very successful roles in film. You know, was there a specific game plan you had in mind for making that transition?
You know, there wasn't really a specific game plan. It was just make it. You know, somehow make the transition so people don't always think of me as, oh, that girl from TV who can't do anything else.
For Biel, that career-limiting perception was created ironically due to one of her biggest successes. At the age of 14, she won a role for several years on the hit WB TV series Seventh Heaven.
Whose party?
Have we met these people? I don't think so.
Well, is it just for older kids?
I don't know. Is alcohol allowed?
Will the parents be home?
I'm not sure. It's just a party. It's not like the guy throwing it handed out his biography or anything.
Eventually, after years on the show, Biel wanted to spread her wings beyond Seventh Heaven.
I think the idea was to take interesting roles that were very different from Mary, from Seventh Heaven, and hopefully do that enough times that the sort of image of what I was altered and changed and could evolve like I was evolving as a person and an artist.
Biel's latest role has her acting alongside Nicolas Cage and Julianne Moore in the action film Next.
You can see things before they happen.
Only my future, except with you. I saw far beyond anything I'd ever seen before. We need to get away from here.
Working on this film really set the bar high for you acting-wise, working with Nick Cage and Julianne Moore. How did that work for you?
It was just fantastic to work with these people who are just so talented and are so professional, and I've been doing it for such a long time, and I just tried to absorb everything I could and really watch them as they worked.
It happened. It just hasn't happened yet.
Next is definitely a movie filled with action, a genre Biel has had quite some experience with herself.
Now, you've had some action background in some of your past films. You know, you've played some of the tough girls in Stealth and also in Blade, but you've referred to this as sort of the damsel in distress kind of movie for you. How appealing was that to you?
Very appealing at the time because I hadn't really done it in a while. I guess you could say Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There was a bit of damsel for a while in that film. I just like a change. I like to try something different and let Nick and Julianne sort of take the physical, strong parts of, or elements of the film and, you know, let them deal with that. And I like trying something a little bit more, you know, more feminine, a little bit softer, a little bit more romantic.
Sorry to bother you, but I have a question about the coffee. The bean they use.
Isn't that something you should probably ask your waitress?
Yes, it is.
I love love stories, and I love action movies, so if you can combine these two elements, perfect.
But Biel's own rumored love story off-screen is what's generating tabloid headlines. Biel and music heartthrob Justin Timberlake reportedly have a love match going on, though the two remain coy about their relationship. But both Biel and Timberlake do have a shared professional interest.
Now, when you were a kid, you started out trained in musical theater. They're making so many musicals in Hollywood now. Would you want to give that a shot at some point?
Yeah, I would love to. I would really love to kind of get back to my roots and do that, or, you know, do a play or do a musical on, you know, actually on the stage. I would be interested in that as well.
And plenty of admirers are not only interested in Jessica's talent, but her beauty as well. It's no accident Esquire magazine once named Jessica the sexiest woman alive. It's an image Jessica takes with humor.
AskMen.com rated you number 5 of the 99 women of 2007. Were you a little annoyed not to get number 1, and what's your game plan to get that top spot next year?
AskMen.com. I didn't even know that. So, you know what? That's really flattering. I mean, number 5 out of 99. That's amazing. I don't necessarily have any goals to get to number 1. I'd be happy to stay at number 5 because I think, once you get to number 1, where else do you go besides back?